Okay, so today's short video post is regarding people wanting to get in shape and demonizing certain food groups and sort of creating this paranoia around certain things, certain foods, which ultimately ends up with us or the people that are doing these diets end up having a really, really bad relationship with food, and it really ends up in less sustainable dieting. Okay, so common things we see demonized throughout the internet and sometimes other personal trainers, and it was actually me a few years ago. Whenever I wanting to get people into shape, I'd stick them on detox. I almost cringe at that now. So we'd remove things like milk, we'd remove wheat and gluten products, remove all kind of refined sugars in an effort to clean up someone's diet. And ultimately, what this would do for a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks time, obviously, people would get results because in essence they were cutting calories by cutting out these certain food groups. But what we were left with is people who were falling off the wagon, going back to their old ways of eating, and more often than not putting more weight on than what they began the program with. Now, I hold my hands up. I made a mistake a few years ago by doing this with clients, and what we're doing now at Fitward Transformations, we're teaching people a lifestyle, a way to live. We're not just telling people to cut out certain foods, because ultimately what we're looking for is people 6 months down the road, 12 months down the road, to be still getting results, still looking better, still feeling better, still having more energy. And for instance, if someone comes up to us and their favourite food is pizza, why would we then completely remove that out of their diet? If we want them to get results over a long period of time and educate them that they don't have to remove these certain foods, why would we tell them that they can't have the food that they love? Would it not make more sense to get the basics right? So by the basics, I mean plenty of protein in the diet, focus on hydration, trying to get plenty of vegetables in the diet, trying to get people training regularly, 2 to 3, maybe 4 times a week, depending on their exercise history and everything else. Let's stop demonizing foods, guys. You don't have to cut out your chocolate, your wine, your pizza. Now, this doesn't mean, I'm not saying on this video that you can completely go crazy. If you track your food intake, which we get all of our online clients doing, and you train consistently and do the basics right, as I mentioned before, there's absolutely no reason, unless you're intolerant to certain food groups like gluten and wheat. And of course, you can't go crazy on refined sugars, but you've got to look at the big picture, guys, and you've got to look at, is this diet sustainable for me? Will it get me results? Am I happy doing this diet? And then you can factor in your favourite foods. There's absolutely no question about that. Try and focus on long term over the short term, and you'll see much better results